but perhaps with all your jetting around, you have not had chance to peruse today's headlines. I rather like the last one. It isn't even mine.
I never believe what I read in the press anyway.
Therein lies your problem, Mr. Bond. You see, we're both men of action, but your era and Miss Lynn's is personal. Words are the new weapons. Satellites, the new artillery.
And you become the new Supreme Allied Commander?
Exactly. Caesar had his legions, Napoleon had his armies. I have my divisions. TV, news, magazines. And by midnight tonight, I'll have reached and influenced more people than anyone in the history of this planet, save God himself. And the best he ever managed was a Sermon on the Mount.
You really are quite insane.
The distance between insanity and genius is measured only by success.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, this one's called, and I should say I've only got about a week left of these events. And then I'm going to be offline, so to say. I'll still be keeping a log, but it won't be a public log. The public log was important because it shows that I've never not been in opposition to this concept. Basically, right now, if the city of Perth made an agreement with the current Labor Party and the current West Australian government that they talk about, said we need to shrink down our aspirations to the city of Perth, and we need to write clear declarations that technological instruments or entertainment devices are not actually a good indication of civilizational integrity. They're just a toy. You know, I wouldn't have a problem with one of these Chinese smart cities in the city. I do have a problem with it just sprayed out like fucking Roundup out the back of a Shire worker's fucking truck. And that won't end when I leave. That will continue. So however I can get in the information to let these people know, I'll do that. You know, so it's just like, you should know that you are sick, fucked up, fucking like strange, cowardly fucking slaves working for fucking $0 fucking dollars. Because the thing is, it's like, as soon as they put the money on the phone, right? It's like they never ever need to do anything again. You know, it's just like they've proven in their minds that they can control massive populations with these fucking things, that they can pay you nothing, and that you'll think that you're getting paid something. They can completely fucking abandon the physical world, and all of you fucking knobheads will follow along with them.
Cause bluebirds don't fly without their wings, and when we put them in a cage, the world can't hear them sing. So selfish when greed sets in. Possession, the king of sin. Cause bluebirds don't fly without their wings.
Whistling fucking Dixie. Oh, we've got to follow the piper. We've got to follow the piper. Anyway, what it is, what I called it, I woke up in the middle of the night and had this revelation. I was like, oh, it's the fucking lifeboats on the Titanic. That's their marketing strategy. That's why they made that film. There's not enough lifeboats on the Titanic. Women and children first. Who has iPhones? Women and children. That's who they're selling to. women and children first, because they're selling the concept that their little rectangle is a lifeboat. And I can guarantee you, once people are sitting on the lifeboat, it's a whole different fucking story to tell them to get off it. You know, we have to explain that, no, you're not on the Titanic. You weren't. You're on Australia. Because in the minds, and then if you get to the concept, you're in the minds of immigrants who literally kind of did arrive in one way or another on a lifeboat. You walk them straight off a lifeboat or an aeroplane, shuttle or whatever it's like, onto another lifeboat, which is an iPhone. And this is the way that they're fucking trying to build all of these wonderful fucking cities, these fucking future cities that they're building. But a city doesn't provide anything except finance and fucking childcare and like weird like jobs that are kind of like it's a closed loop. A city requires inputs from a group of things, and I think they just think that they're going to continue on just automating mass scale agriculture and then pushing it all towards a city like fucking ants' nests. And this is the way, so it's like we have a bunch of fucking fire ants, a bunch of invasive fucking ants that have decided to land here, have fucking absolutely terrorized a bunch of women and children into thinking that the only fucking escape is their little rectangular little lifeboat. And then they're continuously telling them how the world's going to fucking end. None of these people can say where their food comes from, how it's grown, how any of these things, how the country was settled, what the normal governance was, what the districts were, and anything like that. They're just in phone land now. Oh, look, here's one here. Okay, look, it's the world's smallest echo chamber. You fucking... Yeah, that would be a good way to describe the smartphones, yeah. And you're all in the same fucking tiny little echo chamber. And now he's gone. Like, that's the mentality of a fucking, like, that's a little ant coming out of the fucking thing and being like, and trying to bite me. But it doesn't do, what the fuck is this? You know, this is like, you are Englishmen, you are fucking Scotsmen, you are Irishmen. You're not fucking little chinks sitting in a little fucking wardrobe in fucking Shanghai. It's absolutely fucking atrocious. You know? The world is not the fucking middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, the thing you're on isn't a Titanic. You haven't just hit a fucking iceberg. You're on Australia. We all settled here. We all acclimatized to Australia. Right? It requires commitment. This is absolutely unacceptable. You cannot hold, right, a pretend little fucking group fucking delusion on the fucking shoreline of my fucking country. Yeah, the problem is the only people that have been talking like this traditionally are Aboriginal people, and you already have been bred and encouraged to reject that. This is the problem. It's like the levels of indoctrination. It's all one step further. It's like you think, oh, they're telling them welcome to country that this is to do with Aboriginals, right? And that's too much. And it's like that's not the fucking problem. The problem is the life raft fucking occupiers, the victims of the life craft scam. It's like you've just got to, like, when people are uncertain about their environment, they're very susceptible to be led to these types of containment facilities. It's just that they're utilising a technology, you know, but it works exactly the fucking same. Exactly the fucking same. And even this comment, oh look, it's the world's smallest echo chamber. How you can't have an echo chamber of your fucking self. Like that's like the concepts I'm working with are like food, water, shelter, you know, security. The basic concepts. I've spent my whole life here. I'm drawing on not just on an echo chamber that I read on a phone. I don't have a phone. I'm drawing on my entire experience and my family's entire experience here that didn't have phones, right? And this isn't just, it's specifically the smartphone, but this existed before the smartphone anyway. This started with the home phone, right? Because in our culture, in our westernized culture, women were, and this is the problem. It's like the way you analyze it, you can get into trouble. And by the way, I thought I should just, these are my Spade X trees glasses that were made by a little man who said I have to wear them on the video. So and one of them has a magnifying thing and one of them has another thing. They're very, very cool, very ingenious little creation there. But yeah, phones started this because basically we've brought in the Labour Party in Australia are basically highway fucking bandits. That's basically what they probably were, right? And how they developed and what they developed to do. Right? They also work. Okay, this is the problem. It's like there is two styles of behaviour that is going on with traditional Labour voters in this country. Now, weirdly, it's like those Labour voters in Australia are working basically to pull one over, the old drop bear scam, the people that have landed here based on voting for Labour in the UK or in Europe. So they've done deals because they're in the resources sector, they're in the unions and all these things. They've done their deals to make their jobs cushy, and then they're being used as masked fucking bandits, trying to lure the unsuspecting people off their lifeboats straight onto another lifeboat, and they're already accepted being paid nothing, right? And then there's weirdly, there's a fucking little logistics company in this country called WiseTech, which is fucking hilarious. You can watch it fucking plummet to the fucking ground, because I will not have another fucking company being named in my name when that person's name is White. Your name isn't White. Get that fucking name off your fucking company, you prick. You fat old fucking loser fucking cunt that has to pay fucking slave rates to get a fucking hooker. The fuck is wrong with you? You put your fucking guitar down and fucking sort your fucking company out. Get the fucking name off it. Change it. Maybe donate some money to the Lifeboat Association. But that's basically the order. And then the Liberal Party of Australia, they're the more wealthy classes that either came here or were here, and we've just been insulated. There's just no point for us to interfere. You know, if the Liberals interfered with the fucking highwaymen, then you're just as likely to get a fucking tomahawk over the back of your head. That's how it works, because the country's too big. It's too raw. Which is again. All their job is to do is to basically stimulate chaos, to put forward a fucking aggressive, hostile, situation, which can get a lot worse as well, so that the safe harbour is felt by the people arriving on lifeboats to enter the fucking lifeboat scam, the fucking iPhone scam. So none of the people that are landing here have anywhere near the same mentality of self-reliance that all the pioneering families had before. We knew we were coming to a country that was hostile. We knew we were coming, between the people that we were surrounded by, the convicts and things like that, or the native people, or the environment, or the climate, or the conditions. That's hostile. That's why it still exists, because people that were arriving here were under the rightful opinion that this is a bit of a slog. It's a fixer-upper, so to say. So you've got to get all of your things sorted. You've got to have self-reliance. That is not the cohort of people they're bringing in now, because it's just a little bubble, which is ironic that this bloke said the world's smallest echo chamber. It's like, that's a tech bubble on Australian soil, surrounded by a bunch of people that worked their asses off for hundreds of years to make a stake on this place, and then being just completely fucking ignored. And it's just a numbers game. It's like, look, we brought too many people here. Ah, we get to ignore you, you don't get to ignore us. And I'm like, hang on, this stretches all the way back. This is everyone. This is a UK situation. The UK people are being misserved. They're being fucking harvested by bandits, pointing fucking pitchforks at them to get them into the city and get them fucking permanently hypnotized on a fucking WeChat fucking disappearing fucking message, moneyless fucking grub nest. The concept of this should be insane. It's like there is fucking boundless opportunity here. There's amazing opportunities for land, all being strangely hyperinflated to this strange fucking price. Right? There needs to be right now a complete penalty, complete handicap applied to this fucking central business district, whatever they've accepted around the city of Perth, that is going to, you know, definitely be connected to this rat's nest. Right? So if you're connected to that, I'd say you need about a fucking 70% fucking discount on your fucking house price compared to anything else. You know, if I want to live in fucking Europe, in a city, I'll live in Europe in a city. I'm not going to live in an experimental fucking off the fucking wall bullshit little fucking rat nest on the fucking western side of some giant island we've only been on for 300 years, run by the Chinese, in another language where the money just fucking vanishes with a bunch of fucking criminals. Why the fuck would anyone do that? You know, this is the fucking opposite side. You've been highway bandited, you've been fucking conned and swindled off the fucking lifeboat, right? And now I'm doing the same thing. It's like, get out in the bush. Get yourself a fucking house. Smash the phone, throw it in the fucking bin. Learn how to fucking ride a horse. Do all the fucking things you said you were going to do when you came to Australia and never did. You pommy gits. You know what I mean? You're a fucking shameful bunch of fucking cowardly maggots sitting fucking cowering in front of your fucking screen because a bunch of Australians fucking went rah out of the bush. Get your fucking asses out into the real fucking country and get a fucking shovel and start sticking it in the fucking ground. There's a fuckload of trees to plant. Why? Because your grandparents wanted fucking woolen jumpers. That's why. You know, it's like, fucking slap the fuck out of it, you moronic fucking dweebs. Yeah, put down your fucking Game Boy, get your sneakers and put them away in their good box because they don't want them to get fucking dirty. Learn how to chop some wood, learn how to fucking dig a hole, learn how to fucking do anything that isn't fucking this. Otherwise, you know, it just gets fucking rough. It's like this. There are plenty of places in the world that you can go to and live like that. But if you insist on en masse on bringing this fucking delusional bullshit to my fucking shores, then you are going to have to deal with fucking never-ending fucking retaliation. I'll come back just for a fucking holiday. I'll literally just plan. I'll be like, oh yeah, I know this fucking city pretty well. If I fucking do this here and this here and this here and we destroy their fucking shit there, it's like, why would you do it? Why would anyone fucking do it? What's the equation? It's like, oh, there's minerals, so we need a city, right? And then the city's fucking connected as a marketplace to like somewhere else, you know? And then it's like, but the city never got developed because everyone who's here does want something more, but then they don't have enough energy because they work too much on the fucking mines to actually do anything. So this is just a compromise. These are like compromise fucking dongers. You know, and then this is the ultimate fucking compromise. You know, for lots of different reasons. It's like, if you can get fucking shit delivered to your door, and you can get a fucking, you know, barely legal fucking dancing queen dancing on your fucking tiny little fucking screen, that'll fucking do you for fucking 30 years. You just keep going. Plus it's scary out in the bush. There's all those fucking drop bears and shit with people fucking with pitchforks. I can guarantee you it's a lot less fucking scary nowadays than it was when every other fucking person got here. You know, and apparently you're all from London. London's fucking weird. London's fucking scary, man. It's like, what? These rape gang fucking things. It's like, why wasn't there a fucking counteraction to that had nothing to do with the government? Why? Oh, because all the tough boys are down here and sitting in their lifeboats. That's what it looks like. And this is the thing where I have to go to, like, the reason I support the Conservatives in the UK and not Rupert fucking Lowe. Although I do support Rupert Lowe, but not his solutions. You know, I understand it, but he's isolated there. He doesn't understand that there's a bunch of cowardly fucking grown men huddling around in a fucking lifeboat in Australia being like, oh god, quick, fucking God, I'll get my Bitcoin, I'll go fucking do this, man. Oh fucking end, where else gonna end? It's like, get a shovel, cunt, go in the fucking bush and build a fucking house. Stop fucking running around here in your trainers. I've got my trainers on, man. They're gonna get dirty, cunt. They're going to fucking get dirty. You should fucking donate them to a fucking child. Donate your trainers to a fucking child in need that stayed on the fucking island. You know what I mean? That stayed on the Titanic while you fucking nicked off. Donate some fucking food. Donate everything. Donate some fucking guns so that they can go and fucking shoot the prick that's fucking raping their sister. Donate anything, you fucking brain dead, fucking cowardly fucking maggots. Just fucking, fucking shivering. I'm down in Australia. I've been stranded. The world's smallest fucking echo chamber. You think I've got a fucking echo chamber here?
The world is full of fakers. These days, the line's getting blurred between what's real and what's fake. Let me explain. People living in fake realities. Posting for fake approval. Selling fake promises.
We promise we will never lie to you.
Chasing fake beauty standards.
Cut!
With all this faking going on, the truth is becoming rare. But there's one thing that's real. The authentic distilling of true spirits. Premium, bold, and genuine, with honesty in every drop. So in a world full of fake, choose truth.
Don't live in the past. Treasure each moment. Because once it's gone forever. Well, now I feel like I'm almost there. Almost out of time. Sprint to the finish. You told me always sprint to the finish, then stay alert. Because you never know what life is going to throw at you. I remember it all, Dad. Everything you told me. You told me to move fast, prioritize and execute. Don't get distracted. No one is coming to get you. You have to be your own cavalry. That's what you told me, Dad. That's what you taught me. And I understand. And I didn't want it to be like this. But it is. I think of my friends, my brothers, my family. Gone. Well, I'm going to find out who took them from me.
Every fucking pommy git that's arrived here in the last 50 fucking years. Absolutely nothing. No one who moved to Australia was under the fucking precondition that they would be able to access a fucking 30-year fucking mortgage, have a fucking income guaranteed which flies them up to a fucking hole that they can fucking dig. You know what I mean? None of this shit fucking existed, but we're all here. So all the people that came here willing to fucking put in an actual fucking effort to do something, not just have a little buffet on their fucking robotic fucking sushi train stuck in front of them. You know, not have their fucking 10th pair of fucking trainers. And I think 10 is actually being conservative. Most of these little maggots have got fucking 15 pairs at least. You know, no one was under that fucking precondition. So it's like, we are not going to tolerate it. Your debt is bullshit. You know, it's like you're playing a video game while taking positions of women and children on a lifeboat that doesn't fucking exist for a threat that doesn't exist.
Damage caused by those things is actually limiting the whole of the economy. So the minute they stop going for the sure thing, stop betting on the fixed race that they know is fixed, that they've been doing for a long time, rather than a crash, we will see an explosion of wealth, where every dollar out there becomes not just making them money, but making everyone money and making the entire system stable and secure and free from these, like, although, like, you know, I'm not one to judge. If you had a sure thing, you kept going on it, I probably would have done the same thing. But you're short-sighted and you're missing the bigger picture. If you let it free, it will all grow everywhere in the same time.
You're on land. You're on fucking dry land, sitting in a fucking lifeboat, fucking shivering with fucking
money,
fear.
People with liquidity, with assets and flow, realise that although a couple of things like
don't want you for the weekend, don't want you for a night. I'm only interested.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and we get forced to watch little rubber dinghies with entire families coming over and trying to land in England. Send them here. You know, that seems like a solution. Send those rubber dinghies here, and we'll send the fucking lifeboats filled with fucking trainer-wearing fucking noms back to fucking England. You know, and if you don't want that to happen, then maybe you all snap the fuck out of it and start understanding that the smartphone is a fucking video game, right? That it's using baseline psychology to basically think that handing this fucking thing over, and that's the first moment. Imagine, like, even a fucking crackhead won't fucking cower as much as a young child will if you try and take their phone away. Even a fucking heroin addict, it's at heroin level. But at least heroin is an independent experience. Like this cunt says, the world's smallest echo chamber. That's what heroin is. You know, I'd rather you cunts be fucking junkies. I'd rather that. Full-on junkies. It's like, basically, if you're that scared, I'll give you some fucking heroin. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to give you anything. You can cold turkey. But that's the point. It's like, imagine in our worst fucking nightmares, if we took every fucking train spotting fucking junkie in Glasgow, imagine you linked them all up with a psychic fucking digital web. So all
starting in 2024 is endless. The possibilities are endless. But one thing I've learned is that it's not ever going to be seen until it's finished, because the world we live in is like, imagine you're in I don't even know when McDonald's was made, but you know, McDonald's start appearing, you go up, you drive in your car, you get a burger in a minute, and you go out. Some people loved it, some people hate it. That's, you know, still in debate, that it was fast food. I think it actually has a place, a kind of beautiful place, and so I'm not really criticising it per se, but what we need to understand is that the entire world now is fast food. We have everything at our fingertips. And while this could, you know,
this could, and probably the intention of it is to free us up from having to do little things like go down to the video shop or go to the library or go to a lecture or a talk. It inevitably has kind of led us to this period of acclamation where we have all kind of binged on our various favourite things, and that in a lot of cases may be entertainment or maybe gossip, maybe fear in the form of news and overabundance of fearful information. And the hope that well-written, well thought out, well scoped story or novel, or a song that, or a piece of music that has like more than just the simplest of sweets and treats for our senses. So anything that delves beyond and reaches for a position of something that can actually tap in and reflect some of the human traits that we have, or cultural phenomena and things like that, and kind of actually tap in there. Most things that are consumed now are just they're all just repeats of the same story, and even the greatest writers or songwriters or anything, it's almost impossible to actually break out of that narrative loop, because it is the story of humans. We tell very few stories, we just tell them in a whole array of different ways. But sometimes it's the right story, it's the right framing, it's the right timing, it's the right amount of work, the right amount of commitment to a story or a project or a song or an album or anything like that can almost, like, if you imagine, I imagine like a beehive just buzzing and buzzing and buzzing and buzzing, doing all its thing. Everyone's doing their thing. Everyone in this thing is doing whatever. There's certain individuals and their job is slightly different than a lot. Their job is to walk through the hive, like this is buzzing around, and they just walk through and they gather little bits of pollen and they make something that is supposed to act as a family photograph or a portrait of the hive in motion throughout a period of time. I completely accidentally stumbled into this position, into this role. It was never like planned, although some part of me actually thinks it was planned very early on, maybe when I was very, very young, in some type of deeply subconscious scheming that only a 3 or 4 year old could possibly do. And then it was just that kind of set, push the rock down, and then I've just been rolling downhill my entire life, trying to write as best as I can about my journey and trying to complete the plan of a 3-year-old in a world that is spiraling into chaos and motion that we're just not used to. And it was through this just like like an archaeologist just brushing little grains of sand off a relic or a fossil or something like that. That I quickly kind of discovered that as I was uncovering this story that I didn't know, it's very hard to claim it as my story. It just is the story that I observed. But as I would uncover this, I would notice changes. Now, one of the problems is that we're very skeptical and very critical and very superstitious and fearful of people doing things that are outside the norm, if you will. One of the problems I'm saying is that the norm has been compressed and condensed down to a tiny, tiny speck. Because in humans, we basically have very basic, if we were to, room of pleasures, pleasure palace, if we were to condense that right down, we would maybe there's 3 or 4 things that we would all end up doing non-stop, and it's actually the friction between not being able to do that has led us to build things, beautiful things, create beautiful pieces of art and technology and stories and music and all this stuff, because music is the almost like the spell to gain the things that we would just be doing. And so as we are all able to kind of create these digital environments that are our perfect pleasure palaces, we're actually condensing our culture down. And the humanity is being hyper-processed like a chicken nugget into something digestible and easy to get and convenient. But in the process of that, we are losing the diversity and the skills and the communication methods that lead us to stability. So it's because of this story. This story, if it was a main thing, it's to act like a rock at the bottom of the funnel. So if we're all getting funneled down into this thing, you can imagine them coming down the tube of the funnel. And then what I've done is like, I'm hoping that it's a rock, and all that water from the funnel hits the rock, splashes off into a million different directions, and we can begin the process again and again and again. I hope that makes sense. Thank you for listening.
Best when we go to bed with a beer and wind up to yourself. You can never have too much space.
No.
There's a reason why I like backside the collar and you can see that back.
Got nothing to do with me. Fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. family lovers who turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too.
So all the junkies in Glasgow were all fucking working as a hive mind. And we're dead fucking scared. Imagine. And they were just being terrified daily. Imagine the chaos. Well, that's what we have. We are one fucking moment away from it. With a bunch of cowering fucking trainer wearing fucking useless fucking urban twat comps. Literally just sitting on dry land in the fucking lifeboat. You know what I mean? And then we have 10 million fucking hectares of degraded land around us. You know, who's keeping this fucking daydream fucking alive? Who's keeping it so that this, you know, these places, these are $1 million properties, right? And then to buy a fucking barren paddock that's got cows in it making fucking 20 cents a fucking month, right? Who's keeping that fucking daydream alive? The only thing it can be is the kind of reputation of Australia, but it's like that. It's either way. Either that land is at risk because they're not pumping out high production. It's like that's not what's causing this. It's a complete fucking bullshit marketplace. You should be able to go and buy, especially if you drive 2 hours, you should be able to buy fucking 100 acres for fucking 20 grand. You know, none of it makes fucking sense. Right? Especially when you consider that this little fucking tech bubble here is going to make that land worse because they're just going to they're going to basically consider you as an Aboriginal if you live if you can see more than 2 trees on your property, you're going to be considered an Aboriginal. This is the simplistic fucking thinking that this Asian-led homogeneity is causing.
We're in position between the fleets. Fire one missile at the flagship of each fleet. The Chinese will think the British are rattling the saber. The British will think the Chinese are being belligerent. And the media will provide cool, objective coverage. Let the mayhem begin.
They are trying to elevate themselves, so they need to identify the other and say that that's the odd thing, and they'll do it in multiple ways. If you're in a dusty paddock with 40 trees around you, right, you're a savage. If you're on a fucking big estate with too many nice trees put in too much order, then you're you're an elite scamming fucking family of the old colonial fucking ways.
What you're about to witness, Miss Lynn, is not so much a missile attack, but the launch of a new world order.
There were riots in the streets, to the wind they went through sheets, too stubborn drunk to admit defeat, they come with a drunken she rising fast and drunken wailers. It took women to restore order, with oyster stew for the marauders, big full bellies, revenge and slaughter, no more drunken wailers. Way hey, and up she rises, way hey, and up she rises, way hey, and up she rises, past a drunken wailers. Way hey, and up she rises, way hey, and up she rises, way hey, and up she rises, past a drunken wailers. Way hey, and up she rises, way hey, and up she rises, way hey.
It's like the only way to live is to be an invisible fucking tech oligarch or be a mindless fucking drone that lives in their fucking little fucking hypnosis fucking chamber. That can't be. And it's like we do absolutely get to say we need delegates to approach the physical world here and actually have these discussions. We are not continuing down in your fucking maze. No fucking longer. We will identify it continuously. We will hijack. We will jump into every fucking piece of AI, every piece of social media, and continuously show all the fucking people you're holding with this technology exactly what it looks like to us. And we will do it in a civilized fashion. And we will do it grounded in our 1,000 years of history, not our 15 years of history. This is daily what you are going to encounter unless you start fucking snapping out of it. You go, holy shit, he's figured it out. Holy shit, that means they all are figuring it out. That means we're all fucked. And it's like, yeah, you're fucked. You don't get to put humans in a fucking pretend fucking lifeboat and throw buckets of fucking water on them to keep them playing Farmville. Is it that fucking simple? You have fucking captured and stolen 15 years from this fucking region, and I can fucking walk any fucking street and show you exactly how and what you're doing, what you've done. It's got to stop. The fucking hunger, the rampant fucking expansionary fucking forces from whoever really consolidated to try this. What on fucking earth were you thinking? That fucking city is all ready to try this shit. You know? That's where it goes. It's like every single person who wants to continue to live in the lifeboat, get to the fucking city, right? Make sure there's fucking arrangements there, make sure there's debt fucking consolidated. So, alright, sorry, yes, you were out there. No, that bubble is shrinking. You're going to have to come into the city. We can get you into a nice apartment. Hopefully we can get that built in the next year and a half. Is that fine? And then we'll give you a temporary fucking permit to fucking camp in our temporary fucking housing allocation that we have on Langley Park. City of Perth, get your fucking asses going. You know, if you think about having one more fucking little casual Friday or anything. No, there's no more casual Fridays ever. You get your fucking asses into the offices and you start fucking collectivizing and saying, holy shit, he's fucking serious. We had better fucking do this. This is all fucking over. You start fucking drawing a boundary. You start fucking putting high intensive development in that fucking city. And you...
In precisely 5 minutes after your countrymen have attacked the British fleet, I shall retaliate for dear old England by sending this missile into Beijing. But General Chang has just called an emergency meeting of Chinese High Command. Unfortunately, General Chang will be delayed in traffic, arriving just after the missile has killed your leaders. And too late to stop the Air Force from sinking the entire British fleet. But he will be just in time to take over the government, negotiate a truce, and emerge as a world leader with a Nobel Peace Prize.
But what do you get?
Me? Oh, nothing. Just exclusive broadcasting rights in China for the next 100 years. How romantic. Do you realize how absurd your position is?
No more absurd than starting a war for ratings.
Great men have always manipulated the media to save the world. Look at William Randolph Hearst, who told his photographers, you provide the pictures, I'll provide the war.
And you watch the fucking bullshit pretend value of these outer fucking suburbs just vanish. Just completely vanish. And we, as the Australian people, will organise transport to move these fucking shitholes out into the country where they belong, to make them self-sufficient, to sell them into a market, because we are not fucking interacting with your closed, disconnected, economic fucking fantasy world. Never in a fucking million years. We're not fucking working out with pitchforks, picking cotton in the fucking fields so a bunch of retarded fucking calculator fucking pushers can pretend that they're fucking safe. It's all over. Read the fucking memo every fucking morning. There should be a fire emergency meeting between the City of Perth and the West Australian government. Because you're not called the West Australian government anymore. You're the Perth government. Right? This is Perth City. right? All of you fucking maggots, every single one of you, and make it basically, you can have Perth down to fucking Rockingham.
I've just taken it one step further.
Sorry about that. I tuned out there for a moment, Elliot.
That's your little slice of fucking heaven.
Bit off
From
the beaten
Perth,
track, isn't it?
It's rent-free. I do
and
my
an
landlord an occasional favour.
acceptable fucking
Cozy
boundary
arrangement.
to Rockingham.
Servant problem, I suppose.
Not at all. Knick-knack does for me very nicely.
And then out only to the foothills, so Midlands and Swansea and things like that.
Two of us, but having
And that's
guests
saying
is
that
no
escarpment. You
inconvenience.
go
We're
fucking
entirely
over that
self-supporting. We
escarpment
have
with this
every
fucking
electrical
bullshit.
labour-saving device.
And that should be, it's like that fucking scarp, you take a phone up there, you're fucking dead. You're dead fucking meat. That's what's going to have to happen. You've got literal people that have just fucking arrived, and you are terrorising them to stay in a fucking lifeboat on shore. And I'll make all the pictures. I'll just keep fucking showing what it looks like from here. You know, and we've got, then at the same time, we've got an entire wheat belt just being fucking denuded by monoculture, as Pauline fucking calls it. By fucking unsustainable fucking export system. And it's like, I wish right now that I had the fucking thing to just shut the entire fucking export of that fucking grain off. But that would pretty much guarantee a fucking invasion. But there's tons of fucking spaces all around that fucking unacceptable fucking cropping enterprise that can be developed, that can be preparatory developed to provide something else. We're not being hypnotized while the lifeblood of our country is being fucking ripped out of it. You know, the core of our country is being ripped out. That's suicide. That's a fucking death cult. You know what I mean? It's like, Gina, if you want to continue this fucking shit, you should go to fucking Africa, honey, and pick up a fucking spear. Because this is fucking nonsense. This is an absolute fucking nightmare. Even the division between fucking fly and fly out with the fucking children at home and all this stuff. It's like, you are fucking disgusting fucking people. You are absolutely disgusting people. It's time to take your fucking money, right, and vanish. Vanish the fuck away. Or put all of your money into your little fucking metropolitan region there. You know, and we'll fucking bolster ourselves by restoring the true backbone of this country. You know, we'll build the technological equivalent. We'll show you and then there will have to be a thing. It's like, if you, from now on, if anyone from the West Australian government or the city of Perth wants to discuss any matters about Australia, you should present a request to have a diplomatic conversation on a boundary fucking safe harbour, which we'll call Mundaring, because that's where I grew up. Right? So if you want to have any fucking discussions in the future about the future of Western Australia, right? About harmonious interactions between this unacceptably fucking nonsense developed fucking city concept and the rest of Western Australia, and in turn the rest of the country, you can fucking start arranging those fucking meetings. Right? I want to see all of the fucking delegates that are doing this shit. And we're going to fucking do the same. We're going to educate your fucking employees exactly how mistreated they are being, how mistreated their children are being, how this doesn't lead to anywhere except fucking death.
Device you could possibly think of. This is an airlock, as you are doubtless aware. Automatic, of course. Naturally, we have an ample supply of electricity here. Let me show you.
I've done 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plane. I take the seat from Colombia, Mexico.
This should run a few electric toothbrushes.
Just planted up a holler down Copperhead Road. I'm out of DA's got a chopper in the air. We got screaming like a back over.
How the lifeboat isn't real. In fact, it's like you're on dry land, but increasingly they're putting you in an incredibly risky situation by being greedy. by thinking in these simple terms that city is the central location. No, that works when you've got a European map where there's cities dotted like this, all over the place. Thousands of years of developed infrastructure, right? And little lines where you can carve out little holdings, right? That's how that works. That's not how Western Australia works. Western Australia has been retarded for 80 years, but 80 years after the war, I'd say 50 years by the telephone, because the telephone basically it was cheaper and easy to run a telephone out. And then that was just highway robbery, that was just theft. Basically every single person, if you arrived as an immigrant, the job of the Western Australian Labor Party was to usher all the women to marry whoever was left here with land and then fucking savage them by the telephone, because that's how simple it was. It's like, domestic violence hotline, yes. Yeah, my husband's got a lot of money and I want some of it and I don't want to suck his dick anymore. Oh, that's right up our alley. That's what we do at the West Australian fucking Labor Party. Oh, yes. And if it was a man, it was even worse. Then men were doing it to women. This is how fucking disgusting these grubs are. Just hand in hand, fingers like this between the fucking UK fucking government. Just invading Australia with socialists. Oh, yes, we've got another boat of socialists. Yes. Should we swindle them again? Yes, should we wring their necks? Should we declare them as fucking mentally ill? Oh, yes, send another box of pills and another crew of Lamborghini driving fucking psychiatrists. Oh, yes. Oh, no, they're all susceptible. They're dumb fucking Scotsmen up there. Dumb Scottish witches and all this type of shit. Oh, we'll fucking carve out a nice chunk for all of us wonderful socialists. Eventually sell it to China. They'll digitize the whole thing and we'll be fucking lying on a beach in no time. Oh, yes. Oh, wonderful. That's what it is. It's just theft. We didn't have enough here. They perfected it in England, right? And it's like, if you are... When I'm saying you're on a fucking lifeboat, you're also an enemy. You're a Nazi on a lifeboat, on dry land, terrified, right? So, and you are my enemy. There is a chance for you to not be my enemy, but you need to fucking put the fucking gun down and fucking put your hands up like this and walk out and go and fucking start your real life as an Australian. And we'll just keep the guns pointed at the fucking Labor Party in the UK and the Labor Party in Australia. We'll keep pushing them together until we identify these gross, disgusting little maggots throwing fucking chicken feed to the worst, most dumbest criminal aspects of our society in order to keep the fucking drums continuously running, the pitchforks constantly in the air, and the bushes constantly shaking. That's what's going on, right? And it's not Australia. The UK Conservatives are here. We are fucking here right now. You will answer these questions throughout our entire history. You will answer these questions through the family fucking backbones that run all the way through fucking Europe. You will answer all of these questions. You will fucking meet our desires and you will fucking stop fucking terrorizing your employees that you are underpaying. This is here. This is what's happening. Wake the fuck up. Make 2 tea bags. 2 fucking tea bags. This isn't Tetley's this morning. This is Lipton. Lipton's quite good as well. 2 fucking tea bags.
You're ready to know far more about
This is the most... If we compare the urban development, the development here, to the similar stage in United States history, even then, the United States was pretty terrible. It's still insane. And the fact that they're using United States technologies, that's the thing. And all the technology companies are going to do, they're going to be like, oh, we didn't know that they were using iPhones in that manner. Holy moly. Oh, that is a concern. And I'm like, no, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You knew they were using them. And this is where it goes. It's like they're just going to flip. Apple will start calling you Nazis. They'll be like the gun company. They'll be like, we have nothing to do with the Nazis in Western Australia. They just fucking used our phones. We don't know. We are too busy saving the whales. That's all they're going to do. Right, so we get to play a game where we are. This is the game we're playing. You get to build a city, right? You get to focus all of your fucking energy on building a city. and we get to fucking restore the true economic landscape in this country so that people have opportunities. Right? We're not going to accept this dissociation anymore. You know, that like these children are literally being just fucking at fucking gunpoint by masked men, lured up to the fucking mines when there is a boundless fucking endless opportunity and landscapes and environments that need so much attention, that have so much potential for up. It's like it's all upward potential, and this is what every single person came to Australia for, was to do that. That's what the whole thing's about. We
are a monocultural society.
You say Australia cannot be a multicultural society and we all have to live under one cultural umbrella, under a one nation government. What does that actually look like? What would change?
Do we really want to see Sharia law? Do we want to see multiple marriages? Do we want to see these gangs sitting around our streets with machetes? That's not the Australian way of life.
Yeah, yet here again we are hearing European colonisers throwing a toddler tantrum because they can't get their way upon somebody else's lands. You mob are from Europe. You don't come from here. Therefore, you have no basis to stand on to think you can determine who gets to come from somebody else's country or go. It is equivalent to if somebody walks into your house when you've got guests and try to tell them that they are not welcome or that they should leave. That is not your house. You mob need to go back to Europe and need to kick out those who are not from there.
We will not tolerate this fucking shit. We cannot. It's like if every suburb, basically, if there's a suburb and you've got 80% indebted suburbs, right? That's immediately declared. That's you're out. So we will not stop until the regions that are being hyper-developed into this digital ecosystem are 100% paid for. So that means all of this equity in the fucking larger of Perth needs to be concentrated if you wish to continue being in a lifeboat and fucking cowering with fear and maybe having a pizza delivered by a drone, whatever the fuck it is. Having your face scanned every fucking day for the rest of your life. If you want to do that, you've got to buy it. So the city of Perth and to Rockingham has to be all completely freehold bought before this fucking is allowed, before we stop. Once that's bought, then you've got to fucking build. You've got to house all those people.
Dumbasses. Yellow.
And we're just fucking sorting out the sheep, just fucking driving a fucking horse straight through the middle of them. This way, this way, this way. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go to the city or do you want to go out? That's the only fucking thing you need to decide. And that's the same. It's like that's going to echo inland to all the inland communities across the entire mainland of Australia. Right? Do not fuck with us. We'll literally land a fucking iceberg in the centre. We'll make a centre thing and we'll just perpetually fucking prong attacks out to you little fucking drippy fucking bullshit fucking future cities, never ending. You'll all end up with little force fields around you. Fucking, you know, we're cool. We're cool to start a fucking breeding aquarium for fucking knobheads. At the same time, we'll invade you by the ocean. We'll just continuously keep doing it until you fucking get the fucking memo. This isn't acceptable. Yeah, perhaps there is an acceptable level, but you've got to start fucking buying it. Buy the fucking land. Develop the fucking thing. This is how the world works. You know, stop. Just it's like your premier's got a fucking torch, and he's like, "That's mine. That's mine. That's mine. That's mine." Or he's got Google Maps out, and he's just like, "That's mine there, and all the way there. And if anybody is mean, we'll stick a tracking collar on them and send them into the bush. That's mine." Daddy, are you proud of me, Daddy? Are you proud of me, Daddy? The pills really did a good job on me, didn't they? Our pills saved Western Australia. Imagine all this mental illness. This is how fucking Roger Cook's dad looked at the map. Suburbs were like, "Oh yes, there's a mental illness there. There's a mental illness there. There's a mental illness there. Where did you come from? England? No mental illness. Is your wife mentally ill? Yeah. Okay. Roger, can you get another box of medication for this fine gentleman that has just arrived? Oh yes, it is scary out in the bush. Yes, there's a bunch of undesirable mentally ill people in the bush. Oh yes. Oh yes, I believe it's too much sun, too much vitamin D. Boggles the English brain. Makes him go completely proper out in the bush. Would you like another box of pills? Oh yes, I did have a wonderful swim down at Colosseum Beach this morning. I put my hat on and went on with my cane and that's where we live. It's literally where we live, right? And it's like, it's not these people. I love saying that because it's usually used in the other way. These people have been kind of in their own echo chamber, in their own little class cult fucking thing, thinking that they're the fucking inheritors of this place. You know, honestly, and it's like their fucking professions are completely fictitious. They don't exist. And they're used to looking down at other people and demanding all of these things and doing those things. It's like, well, I can fucking assure you that I'm looking down at you. You know, and this is what they don't understand. It's like, that's what actually, if I was a psychiatrist, I'd be like, they believed once they landed in Australia that their class had been elevated, that their standing in society had been upgraded, and they never gave it back, and they lost the ability to perceive a threat. It's like an avatar. You know, an avatar is like that fucking Chuk Noi or whatever, what's it called? What's the big fucking dragon called? That he never thinks about being someone coming from above. And that's what these people are like. They literally think it's hilarious. They're like, oh my God. And it's like, I have in my armory the entire history of the British Empire, of the British fucking world. And I'm just here in the most civilized, diplomatic way to create a solution, which I have done all of the work to provide you. And you are speaking in another language, using money from another fucking country that has no harmonious connection with us, and you have a bunch of fucking immigrants cowering in lifeboats that are on dry land. You know, this is continuously what is happening here on the west coast of Australia. There is no fucking solution. I can drive around the whole state and say this. I would estimate, based on the tree growth, on the weathering on the house, on the infrastructure of the road and things like that, the types of trees planted, the type of whatever.
Perfectly provisions.
Agricultural land here has not been had attention for over 60 or 70 years because we got drawn into the cities by telephones.
Snacks
right?
delivered from
those telephones were used to set up all of these administration bureaucracies. The whole thing runs on a telephone, and the whole thing is socialist theft. That's all it is. It's just sophisticated paperwork, socialist theft. They saw this land. They realised that the best way to get that land was to let women vote, convince those women that they're being underserved by their husbands, and then steal from their husbands via their women, and then enslave their women via their own fucking misinterest, and then in turn enslave their children to put them in a fucking lifeboat on dry land, and then hypnotize them by a video game to be terrorized, and so we then just fucking control them all, but they don't have anything else. This is the thing, it's like, this is why they're Nazis. If they had have actually done things that weren't just extraction, it's like, this is where you get people like Gina, and it's like, I like Gina, but every day that I look at Gina not getting the fucking memo is another day that I say, her father literally fucking genocided Aboriginals, and now they're doing it to every fucking descendant of Britain, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. You know what I mean? And she's a big fat fucking disgusting Australian fucking cowgirl who's fucking that fucking retarded that she cannot get the clearest of messages. It's like, this is the fucking problem. You can't, like, if there were 50 fucking true fucking oligarchs, known oligarchs in Australia, in Western Australia right now, you'd be fine, but you don't. You've got 1.5, 2.5 fucking oligarchs, and then some international companies that fucking need to not have their reputation destroyed by this association. It's like, it's not going to work. The best thing we can do right now for the world economy is to identify, it's like, China might have a good stockpile to work in the global sphere, but their population is reliant on the video game. Right? We need to get off the luxury train, land in reality, because we have an abundance of land and a small population. We need to be able to use hard money, and then we just use that. No, it's like, the moment we don't get to fucking stand on solid ground until we expose how our enemies are using these devices to fractionally reserve their currencies. You know, it must be, like, culturally speaking, if you understand, like, the price, so you would have to pay, like, you know, a day's wages to go and see a woman's ankles. You know, they're the metrics. It's like a day's wages to pay to see a woman's fucking ankle, and then you've got, you know, you can watch a fucking compilation of fucking 7 women being fucked in the ass in 2 minutes. That's where the inflation is, because and the reason women can't identify it is because, unfortunately, the masculine economy does pretty much run on sex. So if we have a proven history of men paying to see a woman's ankles, not to touch it, just to see it, that's where we are. That's the hyperinflation. It exists there most prominently because it's the largest lever to coerce men. It's been a very important thing, and it's connected to culture. So that's the metric. It's like, if we go straight back to that's what Albo's done with the porn ban. But it's like,
when the kids don't want to go to sleep and they say nay to me, I take
too little, too late. It's not going to work. That you can't restrict that now. That's like trying, like, you couldn't keep vapes out. You can't keep fucking illegal cigarettes. You certainly can't keep porn out of the world. So we have to adjust the fucking inflation rate based on the sexually explicit experience and marketplace. And we have to do that from a long term so that we can understand it. And then we let that figure adjust the bullshit average that is keeping this fucking pony show going. Pardon the fucking pun. But it's like, that's the point. And there'll be other places as well. You know, gambling. It's like, what the barrier to entry to gambling, you had to get dressed up. There was dress standards, there was behavior standards, there was limits and things like that. You had to have real money. It was all these things. It's like, that's again, you weren't advertised to. Like, these are the fucking important metrics that we need to use. And it's like, yeah, you can go to China and they're putting forward their good foot and they're saying, look at Shenzhen, it's this fucking perfect city. And it's like, yeah, but it's gross, and you're actively seen to be, you know, detrimenting our cultures and bombarding us with all of this filth. We know because we did that to you with opium. It's like, stop doing it. Stop doing it. You're not fucking ghosting us. You're not raring us into fucking self-destruction. No one's doing that. This whole game needs to stop. It's a fucking video game. I remember when I first played Resident Evil, I was fucking terrified of it. It was really scary. Like, really scary. That's the whole thing. This is the whole fucking thing. And we need to map these levels out, the interactions between the socialists in the UK, the socialists here, who aren't really socialists. The socialists in Australia are criminals. Absolute fucking criminals. They're highwaymen. They're bandits in the fucking bushes. Right? That's basically what they are. That's a symbiotic. It's not like this. That's why I'll say, oh, well done, Keir Starmer. Because what did he say? I inherited a Labour Party that was morally bankrupt. Yeah, I know. And that's in England. Imagine what the fucking Labour Party's like here. If they've fucking had a symbiotic, gotten used to basically robbing, like fucking Ned Kelly, the incoming migrants and forcing them into these fucking things. This is the situation. But all the chickens are coming home to roost. All of the fucking criminals are going to end up in jail. Every single, wherever they fucking come from, wherever you think you fucking are, as soon as this whole fucking empire lands back in Australia, because we've got enough people here to do it. We've got enough people, and they're being horrifically mistreated. We've got a lot of fucking work to do, a lot of paperwork, a lot of history, a lot of administration. Right, and it's like, and we're going to use, because basically we're going to demand all of the access to all of this infrastructure you've built, and we're going to use it to lock the people that have been fucking standing up celebrating. Isn't that fucking weird? They're literally building their own fucking prison, they don't even know it. And it's just the way things go. And it is incredibly ironic that it ends with Captain Cook. I think that's important for the Aboriginal people. It started with Captain Cook, and it ends with Captain Cook. And now we're all back in Australia. That's just the world works in mysterious ways. It's called irony. But yeah, anyway, that's all from me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and just step quietly out of the lifeboat, feet on the ground, and don't worry, we were only making up stories about top bears up there.